We talk about it quite a bit. We talk about distracted driving. We talk about having people in the car, how many people you can have in the car when you first get your license, and we also talk about distracted driving as far as cell phones go and other things that could be distracting while you're driving. Yeah, we actually have a couple videos that we show that talks about distracted driving, especially with cell phones. Students that have texted and drive and have caused accidents or been involved in accidents and different scenarios like that. So we do show a couple of different videos about it. I know just what I've seen when we drive down to Florida, different places that you see it all over the place. People texting and driving, people talking on their cell phones and driving. It has become a problem because we're a nation that has to have immediate recognition and immediate success. And I think that goes along with you have to have immediate response. So if somebody texts you, you feel like you have to get right back with them instead of stopping, pulling the car over, whatever the case may be, to do it safely. And instead, they try to do it while they're driving, and these people are causing accidents and causing delays and things like that, everywhere.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. Five seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
Back now with a dangerous combination and doing something about it. Distracted driving in construction zones.
Yet some people will use their cell phones while others are working. Cars speeding by them.
A reduced speed. People tend to have they have the tendency to look at their devices, thinking they're in a slowed down condition, but it takes their attention away.
I am Scott Ketchum, and I'm the safety director for United Contractors Midwest. I also oversee the risk management department, and the one thing I would offer you to consider is that in the last 3 to 5 years, we've had an uptick or an upswing in distracted driving coming through our job sites, and it's kind of a unique opportunity for me because when I go out to a job site, I'm observing unsafe behavior, I'm observing my employees, and I'm also observing the motoring public, and it's unbelievable the number of people that are looking down, texting on their phones, picking up their phones, or doing any number of things. But specifically, you can literally see the phone in their hands, up at their mouths, or you can see both hands off the wheel, and people texting. And they'll hit cones, they'll hit barrels. Fortunately, we only had a couple of employees that have been hit by mirrors, and they were okay. But there's been a number of accidents, especially in the last 3 to 5 years, directly attributed to texting or distracted driving. And unfortunately, some of those have resulted in some fatalities.
A teenager is dead after an overnight accident, and police say speed was a factor.
The cops estimated he was going about 100 miles an hour.
She went head on into another car, and that gentleman was killed also.
And basically, they were just being kids, driving a little bit fast as well. Good intentions.
A special vigil tonight to remember a standout athlete.
My daughter has lost one of her very dearest friends, her big brother.
There was an invitation on the roof of his door, and it said,
I visualized that for years afterwards. He clipped the sidewalk or the curb, went upside down.
Experts say car accidents are the #1 killer of teens nationwide.
I don't have my brother anymore. He's not here. He's not around.
And I heard him say time of death. And I just was freaked out.
Yet some will still admit to taking a risk on the road.
Freak, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
Very rarely.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yes. Occasionally.
Yes, sometimes.
Yes.
Yes, but with voice recognition only.
I don't typically text and drive with my kids in the car.
Each year, distractions caused by cell phones contribute to more than 1.5 million crashes, more than 600,000 injuries, and nearly 6,000 deaths. These numbers represent real people with lives just like yours.
Just put the phone out of reach. However long it takes you to get home, most of those calls, those emails, those texts, they can wait.
Obviously, have to continue to educate people about the dangers of texting and driving and talking on the cell phone and driving, but until it actually happens to them, you know, a lot of people have the opinion that, oh, that's not going to happen to me, I can do this. Until it actually happens to somebody, then they're going to stop doing it. But you know, I think almost everybody always has that feeling that, oh, this isn't going to happen to me. You know, it can't happen to me. I'm too good for it to happen to me. And eventually it is going to happen to them, and they're going to be involved in a serious accident, or maybe, hopefully it's just a minor accident, maybe learn their lesson and quit doing it.
So what will make them stop? 89% of teenagers surveyed said a phone app that prevents texting and driving would be an effective way to get them and their friends to stop. So the next step, download AT&T Drive Mode, an app that helps curb the urge to text and drive. Then, take the pledge and share it with your friends. Texting and driving, it can wait. Hundreds of thousands of people have already signed on. Will you?
I don't remember anything about the accident.
She had her life planned. She was always planning everything. Now she can't plan anything because she can't remember anything.
Texting. Was the text that important?
I don't remember what I was texting. I don't remember what the message said. That's how important it was.
You know, I can text message. I can drive. It's no big deal. You know. I thought that up until the accident.
His legs are gone. X is paralyzed from the diaphragm down.
Debbie was very, very active. She loved work. She helped me with my children. She was always there for me. And it's like, I don't have that anymore.
The worst thing that I can't say to X, which I used to be able to say all the time, go in the yard and play. I can't say that anymore.
I want people to look at me and look at what I did and what I caused and say, I don't want to be that guy.